Alright guys, another Ozzstar's fun project. If it feels like the camera's swaying a little bit here, you're moving around, it's because you are. I got you floating on the cap, on this utility cap of my work truck. So what I'm going to do is turn the camera around and show you what I did. Alright, what we got here is the utility cap, and what I did was I got 4 straps with 75-pound anchors or hooks, and those are mounted up into the ceiling joist. So what I did was crank that up. This cap has 4 clamps, 1 on each corner. So I got those clamps loosened up, and now I got that gap under there. What we need to do today is replace the rear window sealant. This cap, or this cab window, slider window, is leaking. I already pulled the headliner out. I'm going to remove it right back in here. This baby's been dripping for years and I'm fed up with it. So right up in there the sealant is gone. I'll show you how to do it. You got to unbolt these nuts. They're all the way around. I got to pop the trim here. Any of you guys that follow my videos know I don't leave out details. So what you do is remove these 3 pins in the center here. You got 1, 2, and 3. And you take a pry tool to get those out. Let me show you what that looks like. There you go. You get one of these, like a little pry bar. And then you got plastic ones. These tend not to scratch as much on more delicate stuff. They come in all shapes and sizes. Anyway, to get these out, you use that on these here. They'll just go under and pop out. Like here's one here. You go up behind it, pop it out. Then this style, what you do is in the center there, you push that in about 1/8 inch, get your pry tool behind it, and then it'll pop right out. Now I just took out this one here and then pop these clips on the side. You got your seatbelt mechanism. Let me just get this out of the way. Got everything loosened up. See, that's down there. That's how it fits. Anyway, this piece, this end piece, you've got these clips in, and then back here you got these clips, 2 of them. Here's where your seatbelt goes. Let me show you how that's attached. This is a 15mm nut with lock thread, so it's going to be, or Loctite, it's going to be pretty tight. And you got to take it off. Anyway, this is on here like this, in front of that cover, right? Pop this cover up. This nut will be on that stud, right like that. Take that off, 15mm. Slide that off, then you can get this piece here off, that piece. You can see I already removed that one. So let's yank this out of the truck. So here's the nuts that we're going to remove all around. Hopefully you can see them. Let me zoom down a little bit. All around, we're going to take those out. Alright, so I'm going to start removing these nuts. They're 9mm, or you can go with a 11/32. So let me start loosening these up. I'm going to go all the way around. They're not too tight. They're not torqued down too tight. Yeah, what happened, this thing's been leaking for quite a while, years and years. I've just been putting up with it. And back in that corner where I showed you, it's been dripping on the headliner. So the headliner started to get stained and sagged. So it was in bad shape. It got holes and stuff. So I redid the headliner. I put new lining on it. You can get that fabric online for like 35 bucks. I showed you in one of my other videos on the Corvette, I replaced the headliner on the target top. So as far as applying the headliner, it's the same steps. So you can go back. Maybe I'll put a link in right over here somewhere, or an annotation to click to that. All right, so we got all 12 of those nuts off there. Now we got to break the seal on the window. It's that polybutyl sticky stuff. Looks like seal, you know, it's a type of sealant. I'm going to use this 5-in-1. You can use any kind of scraper or pry bar. I'm going to go up right between the frame of the window and the cab, the roof of the cab, all the way around where this seals. I'm just going to start gently. Well, not gently. It's going to take some elbow grease. I'm going to start wiggling and putting a little bit of pressure and just break that seal. I'll go all the way around, and then it'll be able to push outwards. What I'll have to do is move the truck up so it's away from the cap, the utility cap, and we'll get to the next step. Hope you're having fun. Hope chaos doesn't show up. Any of you guys that watch my videos, especially the earlier ones, you know chaos can come up any time. I'm taking a hammer and I'm tapping that till I get about, I don't know, about 3/4 of an inch in there. I'm going all the way around. It's getting looser. And yeah, go figure. So I'm working back here. Guess who shows up? No wonder it was a pain in the ass. I'm back here and then I see, there he is. Chaos did show up. What do you got to say, Chaos? Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Whew, I'm telling you. Always gives me a hard time. All right, so you can see what's going on here. I've been beating on that thing. You know, Chaos was watching me, and you can see how I've got it loosened up. I'm getting ready to pry out. I'm going to get a helper, push this thing out this way, and it'll be free. You do not need to take off this plastic trim, and the gasket for this is hard to find and expensive, so you can leave all that stuff attached. What do you think? You think it's funny, huh? Does he work for Chaos?
I hope not.
Come on, Matt. Don't be scared.
That's good enough. I'm not scared.
You can get up there. Don't block the shot of the camera, though. Now watch your fingers here, because I got a knife, okay?
Yep.
Don't put your fingers on around here.
Don't
I'm going to go all the way around. I'm cutting this loose stuff. Alright, guys. You got this side, you got that side, right?
Yep.
Alright, hold on.
I got this.
I gotta push the bottom. Can you get my pry bar?
There's still a little bit connected right there.
Where? Up top?
Yeah. No, not there. Here.
Right
in the center. In the middle. In the center. Yeah.
Watch your finger. Alright, guys. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, yo, you gotta cut that. Ew.
Alright, now let's set it down gently. Don't let it go. Just hold it. Okay? I'm coming out. Alright, pick it up. Pick it up gently. It's
Sticky.
yeah, it won't hurt you. Alright, there it is. Thanks to my helpers, Matt and Ryan, we got it out.
Go on, Aaron. Go on, Aaron. Of course you would say that. Go on, Aaron. Go on, Aaron.
What are you doing? 21 what? What's that mean?
It's a mine.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
It was just something.
Just tell me what it means. Just tell me what it means.
Video. Funny. It's a video. It's not this.
And now what I'm going to do is clean all this old sealant off here. Get all this stuff off. And off the back, off the cab. It's a big mess. So I'll get all that stuff cleaned up. And I'll show you the next step. So I've got everything prepped. Got all the old poly or the old butyl off. Cleaned it real good. Here's a pile of dookie. Peel this stuff off. Sometimes it'll come off in sheets. It'll just tear off in big chunks. Other times it'll leave a little bit. Get yourself a can of this stuff. This will help with cleanup. Get some of that. And that'll help dissolve it. I got the window cleaned up, the inside part. So it's ready to go. I'll show you how to get that butyl on there. So the window's prepped now. I've got the old butyl pretty much cleaned off. You can see how much better it looks. Now if you notice, hopefully the camera's picking it up, there's almost like a track mark in the mold. and it shows you basically telling you where to put that butyl. You can see it right in here. You can kind of see where the old stuff was. It's the 5/16 is what I'm using. I think it comes in 3/8, but a 15-foot roll is more than enough. Comes in a roll here, and all you do is peel it off and place it into that track. That's it. That's that easy. Then what I'll do is take it out to the truck. I'll push it in place and just put the nuts back down here, the 12 nuts. We'll tighten those all up to torque, and it's sealed. Butyl laid on there, right in that track. It's time to go press it in. What do you think of that, Louie? You got any comment? Nope. All right, let's get it in. I don't have any helpers today, so I'm on my own. All right, it's in. So this is fairly flush with this plastic frame right here, all the way around. Got these snug down. Don't get too crazy. What I did was started in the center here, snug these up little by little, and went to the outside. Then I went back to the inside, or the center, I mean, and then worked my way out on both sides. So that way the glass isn't twisting too much. You don't want to crack the glass. And got them fairly snug. And then I could look up in here and see where the butyl was. Oh, that's out of focus. See where the butyl was squeezing, starting to squeeze out a little bit. Not out, but down. You can kind of look in here with a flashlight down into the crevice area. Where's my finger? Right down in here. Well guys, here we are outside, and I figure I might as well film while I'm still pissed off. I did a water test on the back here. I hosed it down. I took my hose. Well, you see the windows out now, right? Well, make sure you do the hose test. I'm gonna save you a lot of headache if you're doing this job here. Let me show you what I found. Wish I had seen it. I wasted a lot of time and I wasted money. Look right here. I got everything in. I water tested it. And it was leaking. Now if we're on the inside of the truck right now, it was leaking. Here's the slider. Like right here I was seeing some dripping, and right over here, I hope it's picking up. It's hard to see out here in the sun, there's a glare, but right here I saw water dripping down. That's where the slider, the piece of slider glass here in that track. Well, here's the problem. I took it all out, and here's why it's leaking. When I removed it, or maybe before I removed it, I don't know, there's a crack here. I hope that's focusing. The plastic here flexed, and then there's one little crack right here, right in front of my fingernail. See that crack? It's like a 1/4 inch. The plastic frame cracked and it's letting water in. So you know what that means? Oh yeah, Chaos is doing us good today. I'm gonna get online and order a new one. Damn. All right, here it is. OEM car light. Got another roll of the butyl. There's another 15, 20 bucks. Let's take a peek. So what I noticed off the bat is the design of the plastic frame up here. This is the top. This is the bottom. The design is completely different than the original. So it doesn't. It's not as thin in the glass. The glass doesn't sit on the outside edge here. This is plastic. This one is embedded in the mold. So it looks like it was improved. Let's hope so. Alright. Now to fit it, I don't have, this one had grooves, the old one, where the tabs on the frame are. So what I'm probably going to have to do is cut these tabs off right here. I'm going to try fit it first. So I'll cut that one and then that one down there. Alright. 300 bucks later. There's where the tab was, and that's where the other one was. Alright, that's cut off. I'm going to test fit it now. Alright. It's going in now. Damn, Chaos. Alright, I'm going to get that butyl on there now. I'm going to clean the surface of that thing with some cleaner just to make sure that butyl sticks tight. It's going in. Oh boy. Alright, the new glass is in and I'm going to go water test it now. Keep your fingers crossed for me. You know how Chaos likes to do some mean things. Alright, let's go in the truck and see what it looks like. Let's hope we don't see any drips, right? Take the key out. Alright, so we want to look right up. I don't know if you guys can see with the light. Looking right up along here. That's where they usually leak if they're going to leak. This one looks high and dry. I'll put a little more water on it. We'll make sure. Look down in here. Nice and dry. Great. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. What do you got to say for yourself, man? Yeah. The job's done. The new window's in. Works great. It's been probably a month or two since I put it in, and no leaks. You can see how nice and dry all that stuff is. I did put a new headliner in, like I mentioned earlier in the video. So I bought some fabric and redid all that because that was nasty. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it helps someone out. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. I appreciate it, guys. Take it easy.